What's going on? It's your man Don McKay in here, and a lot of folks need to understand something, and that is that the pandemic is still going on. It has still been affecting folks. So, Chris Rock, the comedian, the actor, someone coming out now and saying that he has COVID-19 and he is urging folks to get vaccinated. He's urging folks to get vaccinated. So Chris Rock revealing this, and I do believe that his heart is in the right place. You know, he's telling folks to protect themselves, and he's letting people know that they don't want COVID-19. And I understand that. I understand that. I do have a few issues here. Chris Rock is vaccinated and he has COVID-19, and they've been talking about what they call the breakthrough infections, where it is still possible to get infected, right? Here is what he said via Twitter. He said that, "Hey guys, I just found out I have COVID. Trust me, you don't want this. Get vaccinated." And he said that via Twitter. A lot of people, saying stuff. Of course, people that are what they call vaccine hesitant are saying that you're pushing the vaccine and yet you have COVID-19. So what does this do to help folks who are what they call vaccine hesitant? What does this do to encourage them to get the vaccine if they still could come down with the virus? So that's what some folks are saying, and I understand both sides of this coin. When you look at what they call the breakthrough infection, of course, they're saying that all the people that are having all these issues are the folks that are unvaccinated. That's what they're saying. The folks that are having these issues. And whether that is true or not, my thing is that the vaccine, it's too early. Vaccine's so early that the first variant that comes along, the vaccine doesn't even work against that, right? So early. My thing is when are they going to start working with a vaccine that is effective against the Delta variant? That's what I want to know. But anyway, Chris Rock having this and warning folks, as I said, heart's in the right place. My only issue is that folks that are pushing the vaccine, right? They're saying that you don't want it, saying the vaccine will help prevent. I also want them to take the same amount of time, take the same amount of energy, and also push that folks need to still mask up. Folks need to still avoid crowded areas. Football weekend, I'm seeing so many folks in stadiums, so many folks crowded, without masks, all up on each other, these crowded arenas, these crowded parties, these crowded events, right? These are the real issues. Last year, we didn't have a vaccine, right? We didn't have a vaccine last year. And folks avoided indoor events. They avoided these parties and this crowded stuff, and they were masking up. And the numbers to me seem like they were better. Maybe I'm crazy. But I just want, wherever you sit with the vaccine, whether you're with it, whether you're not with it, mask up, avoid these parties, stay socially distant. If you're indoors, I mean, come on, let's use some common sense. The vaccine is not in the traditional sense, and it's still early, so they still have a lot of work to do with regards to that. Let me look at a couple of comments here. Chris Rock is in the hospital? No, I don't think Chris Wilkinson asked, is Chris Rock in the hospital? I do not believe that he is in the hospital. I do believe that what folks are saying, and a lot of folks that are pro-vaccine are saying that, of course, because they're pro-vaccine, if they didn't have the vaccine, then it would be so much worse, is what they're saying. Some people use the seatbelt analogy. I say, why would you wear your seatbelt when you still could get hurt, right? Seatbelts prevent you from going through the windshield, right? If you wear the seatbelt and you still go through the windshield, then some folks may say, what is the purpose of the seatbelt? If whatever it's designed to do, if it doesn't do that one thing, then some folks are going to have some questions. And the fact that they have questions, I don't understand what the big deal is. Why are people surprised that people expect that the vaccine would, prevent you from getting this? Let's like come up with another definition for the word. Like keep moving the goalpost. The vaccine about chickenpox is supposed to stop people from getting chickenpox. If you get the chickenpox, then the vaccine is not effective, right? The vaccine is not preventing you from getting it. And so that is the case. Let me see what Cheryl is saying. Cheryl is saying, but he shouldn't be, in fact, advocating an ineffective vaccine with very little information, if any, all about it, any adverse effects down the road, COVID-19. Cheryl Gordon saying this, and and I've talked about this, Cheryl. They don't know the effects down the road because this vaccine is new, right? This vaccine is new. Just like initially they thought that the drone was hitting the right target, and then later on they found out that it was wrong. Early, they thought it was right, even though they moved too fast. And then it turns out it was wrong. And then the so-called experts, the generals, the people that said you should go ahead and drone this car, drop a bomb on this car, it was the wrong car, right? And now they're saying, I'm sorry. And some folks are saying you don't know the effects of this vaccine because it's still early. And then all they're going to do later, if there are adverse reactions, is say, oh, we're sorry, our bad. And so some folks are looking at it like that. And I just want people to understand that some people are going to have these questions. And just because folks have the questions does not mean something's wrong with them. Just because they have these questions and just because they have these concerns. Let me see. Gloria Miller is saying, Big Pharma data shows that 438,441 reports of adverse events from all age groups following COVID vaccines, including 9,048 deaths and 41,015 serious injuries between December 14th, 2020 and July 2nd, 2021. I would like to know where you got that data from. I do know this. I do know that when they report numbers, right? A lot of times different things are excluded for this reason, excluded for that reason, and sometimes numbers are skewed. So the numbers that she stated could be right. I would like to know where those numbers are coming from that you are listing. And data statistics report. Okay, so she says it's coming from the U.S. Health Resources and Service Administration. The total compensation awarded under the National Vaccine Injury Compensation Program has surpassed $4 billion. Send me some links on that. djdiamondk@gmail.com. I'd like to see some of this information that you're saying in the comment section. So Chris Rock, we're talking about Chris Rock, comedian, actor, entertainer, revealing that he has COVID-19 and is urging followers to get vaccinated. Trust me, you don't want this, he said in a tweet today. A lot of people pushing back on that. And this is the tweet from Chris Rock. You can see, so he sent this out. And, some people are talking about, well, hey, wait a minute. You have the vaccine, you have COVID-19, yet you are telling me to get the vaccine. You got to understand that people will have questions about that, right? Now, people are coming on Twitter and they are saying all kind of stuff, right? Why do you get in a car with an airbag and understand that you could still die if you're using the airbag or this or that? Like they're saying all kinds of stuff. These are folks that are supportive of the vaccine, right? I'm telling you, folks need to avoid these crowded areas, these arenas, these parties, these events, these indoor events. I'm seeing folks online that are not wearing masks. Well, we ain't talking about that. And that's vaccinated or unvaccinated. Because here's the other thing. You can still pass the virus on. So they're acting like the only people passing the virus around are unvaccinated people. I saw somebody said that they got COVID. There's someone on Twitter in the thread with Chris Rock saying that they got COVID-19 from their young child, unvaccinated young child. How do you know that? How do you know that? You could have gotten the vaccine from your vaccinated wife, who could have been asymptomatic, right? And then you got it, right? The amount of blame that they just want to put on someone who's unvaccinated is, it doesn't add up to me. Anybody can pass it. Anybody can get it. Vaccinated or unvaccinated. You can pass it, you can get it. You know why? Because the vaccine is early. Vaccine is early and it's still mutated and flipping around. And the vaccine that they made last year that they brought to market is outdated. They got new variants popping up. So what the best thing that we can do is avoid crowded areas, wear your mask indoors, practice good hygiene and all that kind of stuff, and stop acting like this pandemic is over. And if you're vaccinated, you're good, because you're not. You still have to act like we are in a pandemic. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Here is Chris Rock's tweet. Hey guys, I just found out I have COVID-19. Trust me, you don't want this. Get vaccinated. Is he being responsible by doing this, or is he just part of the problem? I'd like to know your thoughts on this and so much more. Your man Diamond K at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire, DJ Diamond K at gmail.com.